Hello everybody, today's video is a little bit different from usual because I'm going to be doing more of like a vlog. I will be keeping it pretty art related, which is why it's more of a studio vlog. But basically I'll just be showing you some behind the scenes of making a video as well as just some drawings and stuff I do by myself. So make sure to hit that subscribe button and let's just get started. So I'm about to film my drawing on black paper with like only a white colored pencil video, which by the time you're watching this should be up. But yeah, I've just got some black paper here. It's literally just construction paper from like a pack. And it's pretty old. We've been using this for like school projects and stuff, but it gets the job done. And I also have two colored pencils I want to try out because I'm not sure if they'll both work. I have a feeling that the Prismacolor one will. This one's just from like a pretty cheap pack by Studio Series, so I'm not sure if it'll work great. Okay, so I just tested them out and I was pretty right. This one is definitely not as good as the Prismacolor one. But yeah, I'm just gonna get this drawing done now. Okay, so I just finished. Here is how it turned out. If you want to see the full video, it should be posted right under this one. I'm pretty happy with it and I think the video will turn out pretty good. Okay, so I've just got Canva pulled up and I've got the picture that I took of this week's video, which you just saw me film. And so now I'm going to work on making the thumbnail for the video. And as I just said, I'm doing this all in Canva, and I try to keep my thumbnails pretty consistent and kind of looking the same. So that's why you'll see me copy and pasting some of the stuff from the thumbnail before that. So I decided to title it Drawing on Black Paper. I added the arrow that is on most of my thumbnails. And I just kind of play around with it a bit until I like it. I made the on a bit bigger because I thought it looked too small. But yeah, once I was happy with it, I just exported it and saved it onto my computer. And I always make sure to title it and name it so that it's easy to find. Okay, so I just finished the thumbnail. I'm pretty happy with it. I think it turned out pretty good. Hello, I am back. It is a little bit later now, and I'm kind of bored, so I think I'm just going to sketch a bit in my sketchbook. And I'm not sure what I'm going to draw yet, but you will find out in the next clip. And so I did actually decide to draw a girl, and I'm really trying to draw people more often and improve my people drawing skills. So I started off with a full body. I gave you kind of a different angle than usual. I don't know, I thought it'd be cool to kind of switch it up a bit. And this helped me work on my proportion as well as drawing clothes, which I'm still definitely working on. But yeah, I was pretty happy with her and I kind of felt like drawing more. So I thought I'd go ahead and just make a whole spread of her. So here I just finished up her face. And so after that, next to her, I decided to draw a portrait of her. And I did make it pretty big because I wanted to kind of fit in some detail and I also wanted to fill up the space. And this definitely took me longer than I wanted it to. I definitely still need to work on my proportions with faces. I feel like my sketch usually turns out okay, but once I start shading and adding some details, I kind of lose it. But yeah, once I was happy with the sketch, I started to go in for more detail and adding some shading. I start with like the eyes, and I do realize they're a little uneven, and I try to fix that later on. But I also work on like the nose, the lips, the eyebrows, as well as trying to add like some volume to the hair. Here's me adding a little shine in her eyes to give her a bit of life. And overall, I'm actually pretty happy with how she turned out. So I felt like I had to do a third drawing to kind of finish the spread, so I went for a side profile, and this one didn't take super long. I kind of just added some details, and I decided to put her shoulders in so that it wasn't just a floating head. And I'm actually really happy with how this one turned out, and I think I kept her pretty consistent throughout the three drawings. I also decided to add a pop of color in the background just because I thought it looked a little boring, so I went for this bright blue, and so I just put some shapes behind the drawings, and with that it completed the spread. Okay, so here is how these sketches came out. I honestly didn't expect to go like this in depth or spend this much time on these drawings, but I just got into it and I am really happy with them, and I'm glad I found time to fill in this page. Also, I kind of feel like naming her, so I think I'm gonna go with Harley because I think it suits her. But yeah, overall, really happy with this. Okay, so it is the next day and I have to make a birthday card for someone. So I thought I'd film it. I know it's not exactly art, but I'm going to be hand making it and drawing on it, so I thought I would just film it for you guys. I've got some blank paper here. I'm going to go make a sketch and I'll catch you for coloring. So for the cover, I decided to go for a purple and white cake, and I also just used markers for this. And so I went for some piping around the edges of the cake, kind of like a super simplified version of those aesthetic vintage cakes. But yeah, I kind of just took my time coloring those in. And I also added these like drapes on the side with some little roses. And I put the word happy on top of the candles I drew, just in orange because it's supposed to look like the flame of the candle. And I'm not a huge fan of the way I drew the candles. I feel like I could have done a better job, but that is just how they turned out. And to make it a little bit more obvious that it was fire, I added some flames to the letters. And I'm not sure how good of a job I did, but I can't erase them now. I also just wrote the word birthday at the bottom just in a black brush pen to finish it off. And so here it is. Okay, I just finished. I think it turned out really cute, and maybe it gives you guys some inspo if you need to make a birthday card for someone. Okay, so that is the end of the vlog. I hope you guys liked watching it because I did enjoy making it. And I think I would like to make more of these, maybe make it a series of sorts. But yeah, I really enjoyed this, and I'm really happy with how all the art came out. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. Bye!